Hello and welcome back everyone to chapter 3 of Trails into Reverie. We are forced to start with Rufus's route, which identity we just recently discovered, and we are now in Nine Valley ship on our way to Crossbell, where everything seems to be originated. We are controlling Lapis at the moment and we are able to explore the ship. So let's go through some of the cutscenes that we have in the ship. Hey Lapis, is she asleep? Sure is. That's a shame, I wanted to play with her. Sorry to disappoint, but let her rest, okay? She always wants to sleep, so today's been a long, rough one for her. Does she normally sleep a lot? That's an understatement. She spends most of her off days out like a light. She's even fallen asleep in the middle of combat. Has she ever been to a doctor to fix it? Oh no, she's not sick, just very laid back. It makes life a real pain sometimes though, let me tell you. I'm sure it does. But she's my partner and there's no one else I'd rather depend on when it counts. Besides, I swore to protect her in her brother's place. I intend to honor that for the rest of my life. Or maybe the novel is true. Are you and her brother different or the same? I'm finding it hard to wrap my mind around the idea of siblings. Let me put it like this. How would you feel if your Rosenberg were to make another doll exactly like you? If they were exactly like me, then they would be perfect. The world being blessed with more perfect things to admire is a good thing. Well, what if the other doll wasn't as cute, pretty, strong, or emotive as you are? What if others called them a failure? There isn't any such thing as a Rosenberg that's also a failure. But if by some chance that were to happen, I'd be very annoyed to hear others speaking of them that way. There you go then, that's how siblings are. Do you think Rufus would be annoyed if he heard something like that about his brother? That's who that boy we saw before is, right? It's me. I don't know the first thing about what's going on in that guy's head. So it's a mystery? Yeah. Anyway, you should try and get some rest while we have the chance. Assuming dolls need rest anyway. Okay, thank you, Twin. Should I take it slow until you limb from limb, or should I... Nadia's dreams sure are colorful. What's up? I thought you'd be asleep by now. I'm not tired yet. Say, why don't you give me a neat bedtime story? Like what? You're kind of putting me on the spot. Okay then, why don't you tell me about your swords then? They're neat enough. I like the way you can take them apart and put them back together. Yeah, they got a pretty unique mechanic to them. When they're apart, I mark my targets to hit them dead on without a problem. When I put them together so I can really lay into them for a ton of damage. They are more like a special ornament than weapons if you want to be nitpicky with it. It sounds a little too complicated for me, but you sure look amazing when you use them.
I wonder what it's like to have a sibling. Do I have any out there?
You have a lot. Well, if it isn't my little customer, you want something? I just felt the urge to tour the ship and you're hardly big. I'm still bigger than you, and come to think of it, I haven't introduced myself to you yet now, have I? The name is Jingo. If there's anything you want your hands on, just give me a holler. I'm Lapis. Nice to meet you, Lapis. By the way, you're not human, right? Indeed, I am not. I am proud Rosenberg doll. Really? The world's full of surprises. You don't look surprised to me. When you're in my line of work, you meet all kinds of folks. You're not the first unusual customer I have. I'm not? Your job sounds very interesting. You know what else would be interesting? Mods. Could I interest you in Gatling gun for an arm or eyes that will let you shoot live laser at them? I'll give you a pretty discount. You can do all of that? It'll be worth a shot. I agree that it would be interesting, but none of it sounds as beautiful as my current design, so I'll call you pass. No big. If you change your mind, you know where I am. I certainly do. Anyway, it's about time for Cerberus' lesson. Cerberus? What? What lesson? What's his lesson about? Being the strongest guard dog around. Well, now I got to know. What does that take? So far, I had him help with the cleaning and run my shop, but today he's getting pointers on flying. This is... What? Hang on a minute. I wasn't going to butt in at first, but I can't keep my mouth shut after what I just heard. Oh yeah? What's that? Maybe the whole idea of trying to teach a dog to fly this airship? Still not hearing what the problem is. How is he supposed to learn if he doesn't take the wheel? All of that is a problem. You're trying to make a dog transcend the limit of canine species. Come on, now you're just exaggerating. You're welcome to tune in on his lesson if you want. What part of what I said makes you think, I just had a dream where the whole airship fell up. Where are you? Comfort me. Anyway, we're paying for this flight, so if you want to attempt the impossible, do it on your own time. You like to live for the landing, please. Fine, you're one tough customer.
Cerberus is so cute! I hope I can pet him later on.
Why don't pet him now? What's up? You changed your mind about that body mod? Not exactly, I was just curious. How much could you upgrade if it really asked you to? I can't say without getting my hands dirty, but I bet if you really wanted to, we could probably get all your parts swapped out. Guessing we'll have to call in specialist though, on account of how obviously, well, special you are. Oh, I see. Thanks, I guess. Well, I was thinking earlier if I exchanged my part, would I still be me afterwards? Don't be silly. It will take more than changing out some nuts and bolts for you to turn into something different. But what if we took out a lot of parts? What if I asked you to replace everything and there wasn't a single piece of me left from before? Could you still say that I'm the same person then? That I'm still Lapis Rosenberg? You're asking some pretty big head scratchers, darling. You got the wrong gal for that kind of philosophical conversation. Let me ask you this, at the end of the day, does it really matter? I don't know, that's what I want to figure out. Damn. That's deep.
I'm afraid this side of the deck is occupied. You'll have to sleep elsewhere.
I wasn't planning to sleep out here.
Oh? Then what's brought you outside?
I wanted to go stargazing. What about you?
I wanted to take in the night air.
Since we're both here, there's something I'd like to ask.
What is it?
I know that you're a famous man, but are you a good man or a bad man?
That is the big question, isn't it?
Bad. Though that would be putting it mildly.
So very bad?
Very, very bad. I have used anything and everything to advance my interests, be it titles, fame, or even those pure of heart. There is little point in feigning a moral compass when human lives hold no value to me, or acting chivalrous when all that does is hinder me.
Do you still feel that way?
I do. I'm using you, Swin and Nadia, to bring my designs to fruition, am I not? I'm also using those we met in the capital, like my brother.
None of that sounds like something someone good would do, yes. You really are a very bad man.
I'm glad we could come to an understanding. So, armed with that knowledge, what do you intend to do?
Am I supposed to do something?
I suppose a doll has no reason to care if a human is good or evil.
Being a doll has nothing to do with it. But were you hoping I would admonish you? Or perhaps comfort you?
Of course not.
Okay, then I still intend to do nothing. Whether I praise you for your deeds as a hero, or chastise you for your misdeeds as a villain, it won't change you at your core. You are who you are.
Just how does humanity look through your lens for you to think in such simple terms?
I don't know. I can't answer that when I'm still learning about what it means to be human. All I can say is, I don't see if you're good or bad, where you're from, or how you were raised. I don't see what you've done or haven't done, what you possess or what you lack, because none of those are what make you exist as a person. So it can't be that you suddenly don't exist just because someone decides to reject those parts of you.
That's quite a
Damn.
philosophical approach to the matter.
That's
Or
very deep.
Perhaps that objective thinking is the most one of artificial intelligence can fathom.
I don't know. How could I know? Just to me, being is what makes a human a human.
Perhaps you're right.
And so, it's what makes you, you.
Perhaps you're right. I don't remember the exact moment I began to search for meaning in my life. My father elected to raise me as his own son, irrespective of the fact I was born because his wife laid with another man. He did so with the same ease he rejected his flesh and blood because he was born from a common woman. When I learned the truth, I finally understood that House Alberea wanted me not as a human being, but as a product of noble blood. It was so hard to bear that it made me sick. Was that all? Was that the only reason I existed? I refused to accept it. I couldn't take it. And as I turned my eyes from this terrible truth, a new, more terrible thought dawned upon me. If that was not the reason I existed, then what was? That was when I met him.
Osborne.
It is said we seek that which we do not have. Through him, I sought the father I never had. I convinced myself that if I did as sons do and became more than he ever was, then I would understand the real reason for my existence. And there it was. At last, I had a goal, something to pursue. I stopped at nothing to make that goal a reality. There was no effort too ambitious, no principle too sacred to violate. But no matter what I did, it still wasn't enough. Everything I had done to secure my victory had led to a resounding, humiliating defeat. A defeat at the hands of my own brother, who, despite his unfortunate upbringing, had grown into someone strong and true. I envied him for that, but perhaps I should have known all along that a mere product could never hope to have a real, genuine purpose.
My God, Rufus.
The whole predicament would have been worth a laugh had it not been so deeply painful. Why am I here? What is my reason for being? Who am I?
You are who you are. I don't see what you've done or haven't done, what you possess or what you lack, because none of those are what make you exist as a person. Just to me, being is what makes a human a human.
Such nonsense. I thought you weren't planning to sleep out here. I'm unsure if dolls are capable of catching colds, but I believe you've taken in the stars enough for one night.
Wow, it took us one day? Crossbell Airport. How do we plan to enter Crossbell? Are we gonna be pretending to be the Supreme Leader? Oh, are you authorized to be here? Oh my god, we totally are pretending to be the Supreme Leader. Your Excellency, what is the meaning of this? You stand in the presence of our supreme leader. We informed you in advance of our arrival. Why were you not ready and waiting? Our deepest apology. There's no need to be quite so harsh. These are good men. This airport has only been under the jurisdiction for a few days. It takes time to adjust their new responsibility. You are merciful, Your Excellency. We will ready a car for you at once. No need, I've arranged for one person. So remain here and continue your duty. Yes, Your Excellency. Easy peasy. Lemon squeeze. What a bizarre experience. Not everyone gets to be their own imposter. It's hilarious. Good on you for thinking it out, boss. Well, I wasn't lying about them being good. It won't be long before they learn the truth from their superiors and come after us. We shouldn't remain in the city any longer than is needed. Can't hurt to scope out the place first though, right? I suppose we'll have to make it a brief tour before continuing on to the main mountain path. Does part of scoping out means inspecting all the restaurants? That's gonna have to wait till next time. Oh, you changed back, Rufus. Oh. Oh, right, I got this stuff from Jingo. What is it? A farewell gift, apparently. Oh. Whoa, does she think we're off on a picnic or something? What's a picnic? You're too darn cute, LP. No point looking a gift horse in the mouth. Let's use it. We'll look into tourists or something. We'll look like tourists or something. Good for Camo. Indeed, I'll leave its use to your discretion. Just try not to stand out too much. Got it. It might be nice to take a breather every now and again. Queen and Nadia can now fish. Rufus is now in stealth mode. Rufus will move about the city in stealth mode due to Ramdell's functionality. Note that when Rufus is the party leader in town, he cannot be seen by other or use shop. Ooh. Look at that. Alright, I'm gonna explore Crossbell and I'll show you guys if any interesting spot appears. Alright, I'm halfway through exploring. I'm in East Street now. Let's see. I want to talk to Nine Valley, because we did just come from Jingo. Wow, that is one enormous picture of a fish. What exactly is it? And why do they have it hanging here like such a big deal? That must be what they call a fish print. It is pretty impressive to look at, gotta admit. Huh? You learn something new every day. It's essentially a way to leave an imprint of a fish you caught on paper. It's our first time seeing one up close as well. Given its prominence, I think it's safe to assume this must be a fishing shop. Oh, that's right, didn't you guys just start learning how to fish? I never realized it was possible to catch fish this big. How cool. Do you think I could learn how to fish? I would love to give it a try. I don't know, you're pretty tiny, LP. Some of those big catches might give you a hard time out there. I wouldn't quit your day job if you asked me. The fish would be the ones reeling you in. Come on, you guys know full well how strong I am. I can handle a fish that big, no problem, you'll see. Oh, whoa, we got customers. And it don't look like you're with the EDF. Phew, that's a relief. You folks seem pretty young, but I can tell the two of you in the back have the deal for fishing, eh? Truth be told, the Fisherman's Guild has a lot going on right now, I had to say it. But we ain't in active operation right now. In fact, all of our members got separated. I managed to make it back here in one piece, but as of the others, well... Still, I cannot just leave a couple of fervent fellow fishers out to dry when they've gone to the trouble of coming out here. Tell you what, I'll go ahead and sell you kids fishing equipment. If you need anything, let me know and I'll hook you up. That's so kind of you, sir. Thank you so much. Sounds like you've really been through the ringer lately, huh? If you don't mind then, I think we'll take some time and look around for a while. Guessing you don't mind anyway. See if this guy could be a source of some valuable intel? Not at all. Most that is a perfectly wise decision. Unindoctrinated civilians appear to be few and far between these days. The more we can use to our advantage, the better. I was in Amorica for a while, so this whole deal is rubbing me the wrong way now that I'm seeing it for myself. Almost everyone has been welcoming this idiot with open arms. What's going on here? It only makes it easy for them to focus on catching rebels that fled the city. Getting back in the city was no easy feat, let me tell ya. I'm worried about how the other members are holding up. They could be anywhere. That's not good. You think they're keeping a close eye on all the exits out of town? They don't seem to be concerned about the mountain path at least. But we should still be careful. expensive, but thank you, Kopan. Ashley, you folks like you have some pretty interesting stories. Don't get your panties in a vice, I'm not gonna pry. I've got enough going on in my life, your 4 can have a look around. Wait, did she say 4? LP, you gotta keep it down. Guess it's too late for that. Who do you think you're fooling? I almost feel bad for you. If that was your idea of being subtle, then I don't see you getting very far. He's really tearing into us. Hold on, now that I think about it, did the sign on the storefront say, correct, this is Nine Valley's main store. Jingo will be her daughter. Nine Valley is one of few businesses that caught my attention as Governor General. It certainly seems to have its uses. Yet here you are still covering your rear end, you're a real piece of work. What are you guys talking about? Someone explain it. Would you all knock it off with all the whispering? Wrap it up. Trying to run a business here. Either buy something or get out. Yes, ma'am. Alright, back to exploring. We have done exploring. Nothing much except for a new fish you can caught. Harbor District. So let's go to the administrative district where something important obviously gonna happen. Oh! So that's the Supreme Leader, huh? From a distance, he really does look exactly like our Rufus. Other than his haircut, you will struggle to tell them apart. Shit, is our cover blown? Isn't he one of Heiyu's top brass? We can't take any chances, we must move at once. Is Calvart behind this? I think we're good now. We should be able to get to the entertainment district up ahead now. Is it just me or there are lots of people here? It isn't just you, we'll have to take proper precaution. Oh, we're all invisible. Wow, some crowd, huh? They must be watching whatever's on the screen. It's your fake, boss. It appears to be a recording.
As you well know, Western Zemuria is in a lamentable state. Jirai and North Ambria have become frequent targets of terrorism, and racial conflict remains rife throughout the Calvard Republic. Evil is no longer a seedling to be uprooted with ease. It has bloomed and dispersed corruption across the entire continent. Yet all hope is not lost. I ask that you remember the ideals of the late Blood and Iron Chancellor, Gileath Osborne. He understood that if we could not eradicate evil in parts, that we must then be united as a whole through armed might. If we forego a unified system to divide and allocate our resources where they are best needed, we will never know true peace. That is why I, Rufus Alberea, the successor to His Excellency's legacy, have vowed to bring our many great nations together. We cannot let evil continue to sow its seeds. We must fight back for the sake of humanity's future, for the sake of our world's future. And should any neighboring country to which I extend this warm invitation refuse, they will receive due judgment for their arrogance.
This is just crazy. No two ways about it. And the boss is crazy for wanting to stop him. No two ways about it times 2. I'll take that as a compliment. What's he talking about? Uniting as a whole? Forcing it to armed might is no better than terrorism. Good on Crossbell for pushing back. I'm surprised. I figured they'll make quick work of anyone speaking ill of them. Look, As, the channels change. Ilya Platier from Arkansas? That one looks like a live feed. Hypnotic dance. She's right. If we just keep waiting for peace to happen, it will never come. Crossbell is the economic hub of Zemuria. Our job is to lead and pave the way to the rest of the world. Every word Supreme Leader Rufus has said rings true. He's the very symbol of hope for our future. Something about these people is making me uncomfortable. Say, Nadia. Oh, shit. Rufus, why are you just standing there? I'm bored of this. Let's go elsewhere, please. Rufus, hey Rufus, are you listening? Sweet Nadia, why aren't you talking to me? Are you bullying me? Huh? Wait, Rufus? Nadia, Swin? What's going on?
Mercuria.
Oh, a simple Mercuria can cure it?
Over
Rean.
here.
Imelda.
Whoa! Check out all the dolls! It's LP as far as the eye can see! I'll thank you to remember that I'm a Rosenberg doll. I'm in a different league compared to those garden variety specimens.
And yet, some of these were in fact made by the studio of which you speak.
Really? Oh, you're right! This perfectly sculpted masterpiece is unmistakably a Rosenberg.
You have our thanks. Now, would you prefer Angel of Slaughter or Wren Bright?
Call me whatever you like, Jade Rook.
Jade Rook.
I suspected something wasn't right about our new Supreme Leader, and seeing you explains why.
I've heard you were an astute one, and you do not disappoint.
Someone you know?
Not on a personal level, no. But we are familiar with one another's backgrounds.
I honestly didn't expect to meet you quite like this. Though, truth be told, my interest is mostly in her.
You are associated with York Rosenberg, if I'm not mistaken. She is? You did a lot for me in the past. I guess you're the same as us then. So it seems. My name's Rean Bright, and since fate has brought us together, why say we make the most of it? You're a friend of the Meister, I suppose we are bound to meet eventually. My name is Swin. I'm Nadia. I have a feeling you and I are gonna be two peas in a pot. What a coincidence, I was just thinking the same thing. We totally have the same vibe. This would be heartwarming if it wasn't borderline chilling. Incidentally, if I might ask, since you are aware of her existence, might you have heard something about her from the Meister? Not as much as you like hoping, unfortunately. He contacted me a short while ago. All he mentioned is that she exists. He also asked me to help her if she ever needed it. So you don't know anything about her background then? I'm afraid not. Sorry to disappoint you. then our objective remains unchanged. We should make for the Rosenberg studio. Oh, that's where you're headed? Then might I join you? I haven't been there for some time, but it seems to have been occupied by someone exceptionally unpleasant. I was thinking of giving the place a little spring cleaning, but it's a bit too much for me to handle alone. Then we would be glad to have you as our guide. I wonder what Jingo would say if she knew we added another kid to our picnicking group. Welcome to the Imperial Picnicking Front, Ren. That is not our name. Before we depart, there is one more thing we should confirm. Yeah, I don't want to run into trouble like we did earlier again. What did we witness in the entertainment district before you came to save us? Hypnotic Den. It's a form of mind control employed by the Supreme Leader. Seriously? So he's brainwashing people? The principle is similar, but it works somewhat differently. It can be used across a wide area and the effects are cumulative. I was able to save you with Orbital Arts earlier because the effect hadn't fully set in yet. But the residents of Crossbell who have been exposed to it multiple times won't be as easy to save. And the weapon bringing about this form of mind control is Ilia Platier's dance? So it seems, although I still don't know exactly how it all works. At last, now the Fallen Sun Princess casts shadow over everyone's heart, like that of an eclipse. But that's how they are able to keep the people in control despite how forceful they took over Crossbell. I hope our ex is okay. Regardless, I think we've established it is something we are capable of countering at present. Let us be off. LP, time to mosey. Just a minute. If you don't hurry up, we're gonna sell you to the shop. Then you'll be stuck in the display case unable to move, just like those dolls. There'll be no more walking, talking, or yummy dessert for you ever again. I'm coming. You big meanie.
Well, are those customers I spy? What a peculiar bunch you are.
Oh, when did you put that on? I thought it was broken. Always curious. You arrived at just the right time. I'm about to get going. Thank you for taking care of me this past few days. Think nothing of it, dearie. Are you headed off with these people then? That's right. I can tell you're in quite a mood. Oh, no doubt. The boss. I see that old man made himself a new model. Just look at how expressive she is. This woman scares me. I'm impressed you were able to tell she's a Rosenberg so quickly. I couldn't convince you to part with her, could I? Make it more than worth your while, you won't regret it. How much are we talking? Gosh, now I'm tempted. How could she even think of selling me? You can drop the act now, Nadia. I'm afraid she is not for sale, ma'am. We still have need for her ourselves. I see. That is a shame. Well, my offer still stands if you ever change your mind. Time to make our way for the main mountain path. What a fun little gadget this is. Snack one of yourself during last year's spy debacle, I'm guessing. Correct. You never miss a beat, do you? Alright, back to exploring. Nothing much we could do in the entertainment district because everywhere is blocked. Our conceal is blocked, the casino is blocked, the hotel is blocked. So let's just go to the residential district. Okay, skip the residential district, go straight to the Mines Mountain Path. Following this path here will eventually take us to the one leading to the studio. There are monsters wandering around, but I think we can take our chances. We can, yes, but what about you? You need not worry about me. I got my weapon right here. Wow, that's so neat. Why, thank you. So you use sight, huh? What a peculiar choice. Its simple design bellies just how difficult it is to wield. I can use most weapons, sure, but this one has always had my heart. Because it's neat? Because it's perfect for slicing off heads? No, indeed, I'm just joking. The more I get to know you, the more I think we're going to be the best of friends. I would like it if you didn't bond with her over beheading people. By the way, are any of you familiar with United... Oh, finally we can do United Fronts. I can't say that I am. I'm not either. Is it unusual that we don't? It's still in the early stages of development, so not really. It's a new Archistry feature that lets 5 or more people work together. Oh, you know, I may have heard something about that. Those students have better teamwork than I gave them credit for. I've been wondering if there was more to it. It was like a buff-up version of combat league. You hit the nail on the head, even the fact that those students were using it. It does have its limitation, like how only those who share a certain connection at the end of the Twilight can use it. I, however, am one of those people, so you might be able to pull it off as long as I'm around. I'll promise you. It's worth the attempt in any event. I agree, there are exactly 5 of us here, so there's no reason not to the next time something tries to play nasty with us. Sounds like a plan to me.
How could you, Nadia? How could you think to sell me off to that woman? Oh, how couldn't I when your cuteness is worth a fortune? I wouldn't want to insult you by cheaping out. I'm that cute? Well, that is true. I forgive you.
Oh my gosh.
This was an alarming about-face.
Okay, let's take a quick detour to the church.
Crossbell Cathedral here is pretty famous, isn't it? It's sure ritzy enough to have earned a big name. The building is beautiful, and the air is so clean. I love it.
Guess the brainwashing doesn't have much impact here. It won't hurt to take a quick look around.
Things weren't looking good to the city, so I evacuated here. Otto! Just what is going on in Crossbell? Zamuria will soon PS1, and it will be thanks to her supreme leader. If you think otherwise, then you have no right to call yourself a Crossbellan. What was I just saying? In any event, something strange is going on in Crossbell, so be careful. This isn't the first time Crossbell had its back on the wall. The second we get our independence back, it falls to hell all over again. How are the folks living here ever supposed to get a good night's sleep? How indeed. Forgive me for causing you such worry, my love, but please know I'm doing alright, because I know you're always with me. It doesn't seem like the Bond Defense Force will be coming today. Needless to say, their presence does little to ease our refugees' nerves. But whatever I can do to lessen the burden on their hearts, I will. Mr. Marble, Rufus Alberius is a ruthless man if he'll stoop to even brainwashing citizens to get what he wants. Luckily, the effects don't seem to have reached the cathedral, but they may not last. We'll need to be careful. Am I taking crazy pills or something? It's like more and more people are supporting Albarea by the day. It's not your imagination, there is something fishy going on. Crossbellans are supposed to be stronger than this. I could understand anyone being dazed and confused, but blind loyalism? We're better than that. Yeah, exactly. Our ex works for? Seems like it. At least they were fortunate enough to elude whatever brainwashing is taking place. Another day, another radio broadcast chock full of propaganda praising the supreme leader. Although, if we were to all follow him, then we could finally have peace. We have nothing to fear ever again. That's what it takes for us to get our freedom back then. No, what am I saying? That's crazy talk. Is this what Eugene and Plee have been going through? I can't let my guard down for even a second or it could happen to me too. That was terrifying. I normally sell drinks in an administrative district for a living. Speaker McDowell has been a regular of mine for years too. I make his favorite acerbic tomato shake all the time. The nurse who was here earlier said he's doing much better now. What a relief, inspiring even. Maybe just a humble juice vendor, but now I want to do everything I can to help my state pull through this. How am I going to help, you may be asking yourself? Well, by coming up with a new specialty drink to sell. You're welcome to give it a try if you like. Hopefully it'll give you the boost you need. It sounds great. Can I try some? Swin? Huh? Can I? I'm not going to stop you. It's your funeral. Oh, it's you all. Did you come all the way to the cathedral to take refuge? Sure, something like that. Well, you're all welcome to visit the classroom over there to keep your mind off of things. Michi and Michelle are here too. They're doing what they can to cheer everyone up. Bet they're having as rough as anyone under those suits, but they're still trying hard for everyone else's sake. That's amazing. Seeing that makes me want to do something more to help people during a crisis like this. I still have a lot of respect for my old manager. He says it takes more to become a good lawyer than simply studying all the time. That's why I'm learning how to prepare medicine, or I at least want to be able to help. What's up, LP? Michi and Michelle are just the cutest. Oh my goodness. There you are. Your injuries have really healed up quite nicely. It's all thanks to you. I couldn't have gotten better without you. If only I wasn't in such a panic like I was, I wouldn't have tripped and injured myself in spectacular fashion. Thinking about it now, it was pretty embarrassing. Don't be so hard on yourself. Everyone's struggling to stay calm given the situation. The fact you regret your actions now means you're a kind person at heart. You need not feel any guiltier than that. Michi and Michette came by to cheer everyone up. No one can stay sad when they hear Michette sing. She knows how to make anyone smile. I think I might join them. All the singing and dancing looks fun. Michi's face so funny. Wait. Michi's face is so funny I can't stop laughing. Part of me is still anxious that we still can't go home yet. But hanging out with Michi and Michelle has been great. I'm feeling a lot better now. Come on everybody, we need you up and happy or else me and my brother are going to be real sad. Trust me, you don't want to see Michi when she's sad. His face gets all mushed up and droopy. It's an awful sight. Mecha Michi, his screws go flying everywhere. It's a real pain in the keister to fix him when it happens, trust me. So that's why all you need to have fun together so tragedies like those can be avoided. Is everyone ready? Let's sing Michelin Wonderland's theme song together. That will give us a big boost of energy we want. Hold on. Did those two seriously flee the city while wearing this costume the entire time? Why bother? Was keeping up the act really worth all the hassle just so kids couldn't catch them out of character? Duh, we're talking about a child's innocence here. Do you want them to be scarred for life? Besides, with the people behind the fur, everyone's got to do their part to protect their character. It must be tough being Michi and Michette. They don't even get to take the day off with all that's going on. I get it though, they have an important job, keeping everyone's spirits up. Maybe I won't be so mean to them just this once. Maybe. Possibly. Haha, Michi's the best! I'm fine with not going back to the city if it means hanging out with Michi here. Go Michi, you're the best. Well hello, I don't think we've had the pleasure to meet before. My name's Michi. I came here all the way from Michelin Wonderland. This here's my sister, Michette. Everyone's been looking so down lately, so we stopped by to turn those frowns upside down with a few dances. So feel free to join us and make a wishy with Michi. Now you try. Make a wishy with Michi? I don't get it. What's that supposed to mean? Oh. I know beggars can't exactly be choosers when we're talking about where you take refuge, but truth be told, as much as I like the ambience of this whole place, it sure gets old seeing the same old scenery day after day. I never expected to see Michi, Michelle, and Arkansas taking refuge here too. I would be all over them asking for autographs if the circumstances were different, but alas, now it's probably not the best time for that. Oh, I can't believe it's come to this. The only saving grace is that I was attending mass when chaos struck the city, so I managed to avoid getting caught up in it. Perhaps that was the goddess's doing. It makes me wonder. I'm so grateful that Nurse came to help when she did. Our stockpile of medicinal herbs has been running low. Her timing couldn't have been better. Oh, Cecile! Yes, the speaker's condition is stable now, so things in the clinic are much calmer. That's why I decided to follow a photographer to town in hopes of helping here. I see you have my deepest gratitude. We have people here who were injured while fleeing from the city and others who are suffering from malnutrition. We have basic healing supplements on hand and the like, but that can only get us so far. Having certified nurses with us is a boon. Wait a minute, that just reminds me. We have not visited the news district, the Crossbell News Service building. Rex. Yeah, Ellie McDowell is staying in America with a few other allies. Vicar McDowell is there and doing well. He should make a full recovery. Phew, that's a relief. I wish we could report any of this, but the damn Ebon Defense Force is breathing down our necks. It's like we're under Imperial rule again. Worse actually, with everything acting out of their minds. Sick and tired of shelving my article about Crossbell becoming independent. I got the same sense even from all the way in Armorica. It's bizarre how badly Rufus Albury has people wrapped under his finger. Hard to ignore how the similarity to what the Curses was doing to people last year. I bet Rean would have a few answers. Anyway, thanks for dropping by, Rex. It's good to talk with someone who still has their head on their shoulders. No problem, I'm your man. Alright. Let's go.
I've got you where I want you.
Dance for me!
Oh, wow.
Wide open! Got you! How shall we play? Arcus activate!
Ready? Hip!
Very well! Gleam! Calamity Sphere! Very well! Here I go! Yay!
Ready? Hip! They're down!
You're up! My turn now. It's me!
What?
Very
Oh, it's out of range.
Good day and goodbye. I'll clean this up with grace.
Dong.
Target locked.
Now then. Yeah!
Lair butterfly.
Very well. The doll sees all. I've seen through your game. It's me! Are you ready? Bye! Now!
Asking for it.
Very well.
Oh, we should probably use...
All for one,
And
one
one
for all.
fall.
How about we liven things up?
Here come some buddies.
Ready?
Now then. Dance for me! Wide open! After me, Lapis!
I've got it. My turn.
Huh?
And bam!
On it. Hip! They're down!
You're up! Very well.
Damn it.
It's me! Very well.
On it. You picked the wrong opponent to mess with.
I feel exuberant! A simple matter.
Slay on sight! Criminals raid!
They're down!
You're up!
Very well. Dance for me! More chance! After me, Lapis!
Right! Very well. The doll sees all.
Don't see all.
I've seen through your game. It's me! Now, give it up for the whole gang!
Yeah!
Roger!
My turn!
Ready?
Very well. Wide open!
Got you! You're so elegant, Ren. I'm in awe.
And you as well. I can see why Grandpa York would be so proud of you.
Very cute. Right, let's cut to the important parts. How much longer? I'm so tired. Really? We haven't even walked that far yet. Rosenberg Studio isn't too far from here. And you, are you sure there's something wrong? You're acting awfully preoccupied. I simply don't think it's worth mentioning. Oh, do we get... Yeah, we get a mirror as well. What is that? Looks like a piece of mirror or something. The design is really weird too. I didn't take you for the type to collect trinket. I'm not. I couldn't tell you where it came from. It just suddenly appeared in my pocket. It what? How could that be possible? I don't know the answer to that, but nor do I think we can afford to leave it unanswered. Predicament indeed. Alright. I guess that is it for this episode because we are stuck with Rufus route. So we have to... Okay, they're both open. So I'm gonna decide which one we're gonna continue next on the next episode. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoy. Until next time, bye.